guys, today I'm going to show you guys how to make brownies. I'm making brownies for my kids. So I'm going to start with an 8x8 square baking dish. And to that I am going to generously butter it around. You can do cooking spray, but I'm going to do butter. Okay, and I'm going to start off by buttering it real quick. I'm not going to open it all the way. I'm just going to take it like this. And then I'm going to go ahead and butter it very generous. You could do it with your hands, but I don't want to dirty my hands. I guess I'm gonna have to. Okay, so once it is buttered, you're gonna go ahead and preheat your oven to 350, and I already have that going, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish it. So I'm going to take a little bit of cocoa and I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle it around in my pan, if I can get this open, which I can't, so I'm going to go ahead and open it with my scissors. Okay, so I'm gonna take about a tablespoon of unsweetened cocoa, and I'm gonna distribute it around my pan. This is so it doesn't stick. You can put parchment paper, but I don't have parchment paper right now, so what I'm doing is I'm gonna sprinkle it around. It's just 1 tablespoon of cocoa. I'm just gonna move it around. It's just so it doesn't stick. And then I'm gonna put this to the side. So this is just so it doesn't stick. So I'm gonna put that to the side, and I'm gonna get my my pan. To this I'm gonna add my ingredients. You'll need a stick of butter, which is half a cup of butter melted. It needs to be really hot when you guys add that in it. Let me go get that for you guys. Okay, so I have my butter melted. It needs to be really hot, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and whisk that up. It is hot. What I did was I simply just melted it in the microwave. So I'm just gonna take my whisk and just, you guys can see it's hot. So I'm gonna pour that to my my bowl, and then I'm gonna go ahead and take 1 1/8 cups of sugar. So I'm gonna go ahead and add that to my bowl. And then I'm gonna do 1/2 4. And then I'm gonna do a tablespoon of olive oil. You can use any oil. I mean, I'm just gonna use olive oil. So I'm gonna put 1 tablespoon of oil. There it is. And to that, I am going to whisk it. You want to just make sure it's completely mixed. Just mix for about a minute or 2. You just want the sugar to incorporate really good with your sugar. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave that there. Okay, so once it's mixed, make sure your butter has cooled down a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and I want to say that it's completely mixed. You're gonna add your vanilla, which is 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Sorry guys, I'm not sure if I have my teaspoons, but I'm gonna go ahead and eyeball it. So 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. I'm gonna go ahead and mix that around. You don't want to over mix your ingredients, because you do not want them to get too much air, because then you will get a cake consistency and you want a chewy for brownies. So I'm gonna go ahead and add my 2 large eggs. There's 1, and here comes 2. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just mix it around. At this point is when I miss my blender, I mean my mixer. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix them really well. Gotta make sure you mix it well. So that's about, I'm trying to whisk it, the eggs. So that's about done. Make sure you whisk it really good. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my flour, which is half a cup of flour and half a cup of cocoa. So I'm gonna go ahead and take, you have to sift it. That's why I have my sifter. So when you do this, you guys have to you have to make sure you sift it. You don't want any clumps in your batter. So what I'm gonna do to that is I'm gonna add my flour, and I'm gonna go ahead and sift it, guys. Make sure you sift it. Sometimes it has little chunks and you don't want little chunks. And then to that, I'm gonna get about half a cup of cocoa powder. That's about half a cup. Then I'm gonna sift it as well. Okay, so I'm gonna sift that away. Cocoa powder sometimes has a lot of lumps, if you guys can see, but you can always press it if you guys want it to, if you guys want to take it completely. That's what the sifter is for, so you guys can press, and there it is. Okay, so to this I'm going to mix it around. I'm not going to blend it. I'm not gonna whisk it. I'm gonna mix it with my paddle. I don't wanna you don't wanna over mix your batter, because you want a chewy consistency. You don't want a cake. And then to that I'm gonna add 1/4 of salt. Sorry guys, I'm trying to look. Here it is. 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. So I'm gonna go ahead and so 1/4 of salt. And to that, I'm gonna go ahead and mix my batter. Once you mix your batter, you can go ahead and add chocolate chips, chocolate chunks. I don't have any, so I'm not gonna add any. It's just gonna be plain old. I have chocolates. Maybe I'll add chocolates. So just mix it around until it's well incorporated. Like I said, you guys don't want to over mix your batter, and don't forget to preheat your oven. I did that at the beginning of the video to make sure that it's ready for me. So here it is. And I will go ahead and put at the bottom all the ingredients, the instructions. And you don't want to over mix, guys, okay? Because you guys don't want a cake consistency. You guys want a chewy consistency in your batter, in your brownies once they are out. So this looks about done. You guys can see here is my brownie mix. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my stuff to the side. I'm gonna get my pan. It is 8 by 8. I will put that at the bottom. So once you are done, and like I said, you guys don't have to put this. You can use parchment paper. I don't have parchment paper, so that's why I sprinkled it so it doesn't get stuck. So then I'm gonna go ahead and add my batter. And then once I add my batter, I want to lick the spoon, but I'm not. Okay, so then I'm just gonna mix it around just so it's completely incorporated. Take out all the air bubbles, and then I'm gonna place it at in the oven. It's a 350 oven, and I'm gonna put it for about 15 to 20 minutes. Check it, you don't want to burn them. I'll go ahead and leave the time at the bottom, and I am going to bake it. So here you guys go. When I come back, they're gonna be completely done. I'll see you guys in a minute. Okay, so here it is out of the oven. You can go ahead and do the toothpick check. Comes out dry. So now what you're gonna do is you're gonna let it rest, and I'll show you guys the end product when we set it up. These are it. Just sprinkled a little bit of powdered sugar on top, and there you go. I do want to say that you guys should definitely use chocolate chips or chocolate chunks in these just to make them a little bit more moist. If you guys want to see any more recipes like this, go ahead and leave me a message at the bottom. I'll go ahead and leave my Instagram at the bottom, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you and enjoy.